pump pad holders. This is the tools that you will have to do this procedure to set the charge pressure and cooler manifold. You got two 600 gauges. Need two zip ties, a 3/4 wrench, 13 millimeter wrenches, and a 7 millimeter and a 4 millimeter Allen wrench, cheater pipe, because them releases are hard to get out. Here's another 13 millimeter. There's different ways you can take them out. I'll show you. This is a 17 millimeter half-inch ratchet. That's the tools you'll need to do this procedure. This is your right-hand charge pump setting. You have to take that out first to get your other release out. So we're going to put a 17 millimeter on it, and then you'll have to use a cheater pipe to break it loose. Okay? You'll probably need to put a matting, oil-soaked matting down here, because you'll be losing a little bit of oil coming out of the pump when you take this release, charge pump release out. And you'll have a spring. Make sure this is in there. Oh, there it is. Make sure this is in there. Let me get my light. There's a poppet. And shine the light up in there so you can see it. Right up in there. This is what your spring goes over. Hold that in there. Okay, here's, you have to use a cheater pipe to break this one loose. This is your main pump release. Just take it out. This is where that 300 bar release goes. This is your 300 release you're going to put in it. Pull this now. Make sure it's kind of centered up like that. It's got a spring inside. And just put it down in there. I don't have a torque wrench for it, but I just put a little, probably about 20 pounds on it. Now, make sure that's in there. Slip your spring over it. Look up in there and make sure that poppet's up in there. I usually go up under the seat frame like that. Slip her right in there and then tighten her up. Tighten that up, and then you'll do the same thing over here to your left pump. Right here. You'll do the exactly same thing. Now you're going to take your 600 PSI gauges hook them to your charge and your cooler manifold. Right here, on the back of your pump, right down there, is your charge. Got your cap loose. Do your gauge on. Unplug your seat switch. And just take your regular fuse. Cross it over like that. That way you can. This is so you can rotate your rotors. And be sure, make sure nothing's around them when you do this. When you start it up. Ease onto it. You just take your bungee cord. Have to idle it up some. Let it rotate because you need to get the temperature up to about 160. I put a temperature gauge in the oil so that way I know what the oil temperature is on it. And you'll have to unplug your fan so it'll heat up quicker. Get your oil up to 160, 165, you need to check the RPM of the engine. It needs to be at 1,000 RPM. Take your side, put your electric tape on your crank pulley there. I need to bring it up. to 1,000, I'll run my screw into it. Then I'll kind of bump it and bring it back down and then recheck it. The lead, and I will put that back on there. Okay, you got the temperature at 160 degrees. Got the single manifold block. You need to run your release all the way in before you set your charge. Now go down to your right pump. Take your jam nut loose on your set screw. And use your wrench to hold the nut. We're gonna bring it in about 210. Now go to your left hand pump. Put your jam nut. Okay. Put the jam nut with the wrench. I'm going to bring it up to 230. Temperature at 160 degrees. Now it's time to set your charge. Start at the right side. Loosen your jam nut on your set screw. Bring it up a little bit. And go about 210 on the right side. Pressure screw, and you turn it clockwise and increase the pressure. And you want to run it up to about 200 on the PSI gauge. It's 600 gauge. Like that. And then jam your nut. Jam your nut back. You'll need to adjust both pumps and try to keep them both pretty close to the same. Check your thread. make sure they're coming out pretty close to the same. Now, you need to open up your cooler manifold release until you see this gauge start to drop. Bring it back to 210 and lock it down. Okay, once you get that, you get your release set, go ahead and full throttle it. Now, once you full throttle it, you can go ahead and run that release in just a little bit to get your 330 and then lock her down good. Okay, you got all your pressure set. Now you can take your fuse out, hook your seat switch back up.